everybody, it's Money Saving Coupon Gal. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome to my channel. I'm going to show you how I made the Halloween wreath that you saw in the thumbnail. To start with, the supplies you'll need are this 14-inch wreath form from Dollar Tree. You'll need this roll of mesh. This is premium mesh, celebrated, and it is 21 inches by 10 yards. And I believe Celebrated is from Joann Fabrics. This was $12.99, but I got it, I'm sure, when it was like 90% off or something. That's when I stock up on all my mesh and I save it for the following year. But this, I believe, Celebrated is from Joann Fabrics. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. I have 2 packages of tinsel stems, and these are 45 to a package. They are from Dollar Tree, and I got them in black. I got 2 packages of mesh tubing from Dollar Tree, one in the lime green, one in the orange. I could not find black, or else I would have got black also, but I could only find these 2 colors. I got a package of this glitter vase filler, and this is from Dollar Tree, and they are in black and orange. I got a package of these pumpkins in black, or green, I can't speak. I got a package of these pumpkins in glitter orange with black dots from Dollar Tree. I got this sign here, the pumpkin. This is from Dollar Tree, but then if you just watched my haul, you see I said I might use this sign. I'm not really sure. So one or the other, I'll be using one of these signs. If I use the pumpkin one, I might also use this, attach this to the wreath, and it says trick or treat and pumpkin, and it's one of those signs, you know, that you could just sit up like this, and it's got a hook to hang it. Oops, a hook to hang it right there. But I think I might put this on the wreath. And then when I was looking for that mesh and ribbon, I found some other Celebrated stuff I got on clearance after the holidays. Now, the ribbon and mesh, I'm not a big fan of Dollar Tree's ribbon and mesh. So unless a customer requests that, you know, I use that to keep costs down, I don't really use that. I use the Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby or something. I do not like using their Dollar Tree's mesh. I just find it hard to work with it, and it just frays a lot. And the same with the ribbon. I don't like the texture of the ribbon, what it's made of. So anyways, so I found these ornaments, and they're the shiny purple, shiny orange, and then glitter black, purple, and orange. And yeah, there's no shiny black in here unless it's in the middle. It looks like it's all the black is glitter. But I found some of these, and these were $7.99, and they are Celebrated, so they're probably from whatchamacallit, Joann's also. But like I said, I know I got these when they were like 90% off. The same with these ribbons. So I thought this ribbon here matched the mesh perfect. If you look at that, it's like a perfect match to go with that. So I got this ribbon, and then for accent I got black and orange. Hopefully the black will show up. I'll see. If it doesn't show up, then I'm not going to waste it and put it on there. But I got the orange. I did not have any purple or in the lime green, or else I would have picked that instead. So I might be just working with these 2 rolls here. And then I have this bow, which I showed you in my haul, where I was thinking about using the orange with the black diamonds on it. But since I'm using this ribbon, or this, this ribbon and this mesh, when I saw this bow, I was like, oh my gosh, that just is perfect. I have to get that. So I think I'm going to put this bow on there instead. Okay, I got you right overhead now. For some reason, one of the legs on my tripod had come loose, and it had closed some, so the camera was pointed at a weird angle. Sorry I didn't notice that before I told you the supplies you needed, but we can I could tell you as I go along too, so you know. So here are the tinsel stems, and I'm going to take these all out. I'm going to cut these in half, some of them. I'm not going to cut all of them. What I usually do is just turn them in half, and then I take my wire snips and I cut them in half, and that's all I do. Do a little at a time. I don't do the whole bunch at once, just do a little. They're easier to do it that way. We'll start with those and see how many I need. And then I need to cut the tag off of my wreath form, which I got from Dollar Tree. This is the 14-inch one. Probably gonna need glue gun, but I will need it, but I'm not gonna heat it up yet because I'm gonna finish this and then do that. Let me see. There you go, that's better. Okay, so let me open up this mesh. So I'm gonna lay it down like this, where it is like rolled under, not rolled up, it's rolling under, and that's what I want it to do. So I'm going to grab a couple of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at one of the crossbars, and this is called the bubble wreath. You probably already seen it. I've seen different people do it, and that's where I got the idea. This is not my ideal, but I saw it from different people, not one person, so I did not write all the names down that I've seen do it, but I did see different people do the bubble wreath, and people do it differently. I'm going to scrunch up the end, and I'm going to tie it to the crossbar here. I'm going to do it in between. The two here, I'm going to do it to the crossbar right in between there. I'm just tying it really tight so that it doesn't come loose. And then I'm going to tuck that under, and I'm going to go back underneath on each side. Now flip it over to show you. I got it coming up on each side. I'm hoping it will work. Flip this over. Take the twisty tie. May not be long enough. Wait, there it is. Wait, yep. And I'm going to twist it again underneath and put that down. So now it's over to the side. It's not sticking out anywhere. You can see that. See, it's tied down. So what I did was I tied it on, I flipped the mesh over underneath, and then I took the zip tie or not the zip tie, the tensile stems, and pulled them up, twisted them on this side so it holds that extra mesh down. Okay, so now I'm going to take it and I'm going to do my poofs in 10 inches. So let me get some of this mesh out of the, or tensile stems out of the way here. So I'm doing it here at 15 because that's what's in front of me, and I'll go to 25. So what you want to do is you want to, like, it's all bubbling up here. Sorry, let me see if I can move the camera a little bit that way. See how it's all bubbling up here? Like this is the poof. You want to keep it like that. You want the ends curled under. So I'm at 15. I'm going to go to 25, and then I'm going to smoosh it up. And I'm going to tie it with the zip tie to the 2 inner rings. Just pull it tight and twist it underneath. And then see, it kind of poofs up. Okay, so let's try that again. So here is this mesh is a little bit stiff, so I'm hoping this is going to work. Here's another 25 or 10 inches, and I'm going to take the zip tie, put it around the 2 inner rings, push it all up in there, and I'm going to zip tie or tie the tensile stems. And that's what. So here, if you could see, I know it's all dark, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm tying it to the, here, I'll show you here, the 2 inner rings. You got the outer ring, inner, and then the middle, or the inside one. I'm doing the 2 middle ones. Let me get some of this mesh undone. Okay, again at the 15 to the 25. And you just push it up next to the other poof. And then you put the zip tie on. I keep saying zip tie. The tinsel stem on. Or the Chanel stem. Whatever you want to call it. These are the tinsel ones. And so let me get some of these on, and I'll be back and show you what the one section looks like. Okay, so I did 6 bundles, or 6 poofs in one section. But I want to show you something. Now this is, if you could tell the difference here between how these 4 here look and how these 2 look. See, they're kind of all scrunched together and these are all fluffy. So what you have to do is, because when you're putting them on, they're going to all get, you know, tied up in there because the underneath are rolling under. So what I did was I stuck my hand inside there from the beginning, or the middle I should say, and I just pulled it out. So it leaves a nice big poof. See, just a nice big poof. And then it looks so much better than when it's all tangled in there and it looks like it's folded on top of each other, because you can see the different stripes on top of each other. See, I think that looks so much better that way. Anyways, let me finish this and I'll show you what it looks like once I'm done. Okay, here it is. It's so full it won't even go in the camera, but I'm zoomed out as far as I can. So there's 6 sections. I did 6 poofs in 5 of the sections, and the last section I only did 5 because that was the end of my row. So I used a whole roll of this, and again that was 21 inches by 10 yards that I used, but it is full. I mean, I had trouble doing the last 2 sections because it is so full. So anyways, here are the 2 signs. So I thought of either doing this, but it doesn't really fit inside there, but I thought about doing the pumpkin inside, but now it's so full you can't even see the pumpkin. All you can see is his nose. I wasn't expecting it to be that full, so I'm wondering if I should just do the pumpkin on the outside here, because this sign here, I wish you guys could talk to me. I wish it was live where you guys could answer me. Or should I do this sign? I'm not really sure which one I want to do. I kind of like the pumpkin because it matches the orange in here, but this has orange in it, but it has the lighter color, or this doesn't have anything light in. I feel like this kind of just really goes with it. I think I'm going to do the pumpkin. I like that because I think the sign would look good to do half of a thing with, half of a wreath. So let me cut off the tag here, and I will put this on. And to be honest with you, I don't even know about any of the ribbon because this is so full. I don't think I need any ribbon. I mean, that's just the way I'm thinking about it right now. I don't even know if you'd really notice this, and I think it would just be too busy. I didn't realize that this would be as full as it was. So I don't think I'm going to do any ribbon, but I am, I think, going to put some of these balls on maybe around. I'll have to see. I gotta let my hot glue heat up. And then also I have this. I could maybe put some of this on here. Or I'm wondering if I just need to put this on there and kind of leave it, because it just seems like it's, I don't know, I guess because it's so full, I just feel like I'm adding too much to it. This sign would be too big to put over to the side. That would be something maybe put in the middle there, but then it looks kind of small. I really like this pumpkin, I think. I just really like that. So I don't think I'm going to do the sign either. And then I have these orange balls. I might put a couple of them around. They're different orange, but I don't really think that's going to matter. So what I'll probably do is maybe try to put a hole in these and put a hot glue a Chanel stem in there and then tie it to the wreath form. I'll have to see. But first I have to, excuse me, I have to heat up my hot glue gun. So let me do that and then we'll come back and experiment. I also forgot to mention I have this bow to put on. So if I put it on underneath him, that will be hanging there. And also the supplies, if I tell you, you need a hot glue gun and glue sticks. I should have told you that. But it depends. If you're just going to stop at this point, you don't need a hot glue gun because all this just ties on. I mean, this you would need to put on the back to put a Chanel stem. This wreath would be perfect like that, I think. I think that's pretty just like that, and just put a little sign like I had this sign just over to the side. I would almost do that if it was just for me, but since it's for a customer, I tried to add more stuff to it. And like I said, I'm really loving this pumpkin. So I'm going to come back once the hot glue gun has heated up and we can start decorating. Okay guys, I've gone back and forth on this wreath. I do not think I'm going to use half the stuff I told you I was going to use, just because this wreath is so full and so compact with the mesh that I think it's kind of taken away if I start adding a bunch of different stuff. I'm not going to do any of the ribbon, but I did hot glue some Chanel stems to the back of the pumpkin. I put one on each side. I tied it to the wreath right where I wanted it. This came with a, maybe I threw it away. It came with a little silver tie thing like you find on the on your bread, and it was flimsy, so I took it out and I put a twisty or a Chanel stem around this, and then I tied it to the back, and I really like how it looks like this. But I'm going to add these in to add a little more orange and black and dots. Since there's dots on here, I'm going to add these to add some more dots, and this was very easy to do. You can see the hot glue on this one in the back. It doesn't matter, it's not going to be seen. I thought I would have to poke a hole in these and then, you know, with an awl or something, and then put these in. But the Chanel stem went right in the styrofoam. It's so thin, I guess. I don't know what to say. The styrofoam isn't very dense, I guess is a good word. So it went right in, and then I just put some glue, hot glue around it. This one kind of ran a little bit. Well, there's another one ran. I guess because they weren't laying flat, they kind of ran a little bit, some of them. So I have 4 of these, but what I was thinking of doing is to add a little more lime green in here, because I don't have a lot of lime green. I know it's in the wreath and it's in the bow, but we got more orange and black going on. So I thought about adding a bow, and I wish you guys were able to talk to me. I know I keep saying that, because it would be nice to get your opinion. But I was thinking about doing something like this, cutting that, and putting this around it, like maybe like this, just tie it on there, and then put it in a wreath. What do you guys think? I'm only going to do like 4 of these, but I thought that would be nice to add a little more green into it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some bows, and here, let me show you. Very easy to do. I just take it like this, and fold it over again. I'll cut it there. I'm not going to use this section, that's why I'm not cutting it, because it's got a little, sometimes that happens with the mesh tubing with Dollar Tree, is it gets a kink in it there. So you just fold it over again, cut it off, make a bow, and then you got like a little bow, and then I'll just wrap this tie around it, and then I'll find places. So I have 4 of them, so I'll probably put one here, one here, one here, and one here. So let me get those on, and I will be back. So this is what it looks like after I put on the pumpkins. I gotta fluff it out here, so I'll fluff up the mesh some, because I've been messing with it, and I'll take some pictures and show you guys what it looks like hanging on the door. But I ended up not using these ornaments because I think it would be too much. These would definitely, I don't even think these would show up really, they're so small. And I didn't use the orange tubing because I have so much orange already. So I just added the lime green with the pumpkin, and the sign, I said this trick or treat sign would be too much. I don't even have room for it anywhere. So I had no room for that. But anyways, I like how it came out, and I'm sure she's gonna like it and stuff. And I like doing these that aren't really scary, because she's got a young daughter and stuff, so I didn't want to make something that was really scary. So I'm happy how this came out. On the back, I just tied everything. It's hard to see because everything's in black, but I just took, like, because I told you I did 6 poofs, so I took 2 twisty ties from 2 poofs, and I just twisted them together. So there's nothing back here that's scratchy. So here is the loop that I made with just one of the tinsel stems, and I just hooked it on a crossbar here. So I always try to get the top of my wreath to have a crossbar so that I can do a twisty tie up there to hang it by. So let me go take some pictures and I will post them next for you to see how it looks hanging on the door. And as always, please click like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions or just want to say hey. So thanks everyone for watching. Till next time. Bye everyone.